Today is Wednesday, the 25th, I think, we see 24th, and it is the day after my second chemo infusion, and feeling pretty good today, kind of. I'm dressed and it's 4:30. That's nice. So yesterday was a long day. I again had some insomnia the night before, and when I talked to my doctor about it, she's just so sure that it is from the steroids I take like during chemo week. And so we talked about some other things we could do. I'm still doing the steroids because they're important, but I might just be taking like Tylenol PM or Benadryl to help me sleep, because I went to bed at like 11 and then woke up at 1:30 and then never went back to sleep. And so I didn't get much sleep. And then we were at the hospital. We dropped off the girls in the morning at like 6:30 with Dan and Lisa. And then we went to the hospital by 7. And then we were there for a long time. So like we didn't get home till like 4:30. And I didn't sleep at all. And the car ride home, I did fall asleep for a little bit. I just passed out. And then we came home, I went to bed. But it was just a long day. The process was really similar. You know, I got my blood drawn first thing and then met with the nurse practitioner for my oncologist. Love her, she's wonderful. She's like a really good communicator. And Paul and I found, we love our doctors, but we've found like nurse practitioners are awesome. Like even at our pediatrician's office, sometimes we prefer to see the nurse practitioner if it's just like a wellness visit, especially. So met with the nurse practitioner, went over everything that happened, all my symptoms, and we have a better plan for this week, and I kind of know what to expect and how to like mitigate some of the symptoms before they get too bad, and change my expectations so that I'm not trying to do too much, or you know, I took care of many things before I got, you know, had my chemo yesterday. Sorry, my brain is still a little foggy and I'm still don't have a lot of sleep in me. But she was great. Can't remember too much else I want to share of that experience. And then I did end up having good coffee, which is nice. I got Einstein Brother bagels, like a hot mocha. Had my infusion. Again, Paul wasn't able to go to that part with me. I was in the same wing as my first infusion, and then I actually had the same nurse, which was nice, and no problems finding my veins or anything. They are doing some construction on the pharmacy in the cancer center, and so they are bringing all the medicines from Mott's, which is like a really long walk. It's on the other side of the hospital, and so it took a little bit of time to get the medicine in, so it just delayed some things, but everything went pretty smoothly. Beginning, you know, I got my injection, and then I did my 2 hanging bags of infusion medicine, and then I got my arm injector, and then we left, and we picked up Panera bread, and then we were driving home to go eat it. And before we got home, my injector started beeping really, really loud for like 5 minutes straight and blinking red. And so we pulled over and got out like the paperwork. We were pretty sure we knew what we needed to do. I remembered from my education on the arm injector, but we just wanted to double check. And so it just meant something was wrong with it. And so again, it wasn't injecting any medicine in me at this point. It was just attached and ready to inject medicine 27 hours later. But we did call, and we had to turn around and go back to the hospital. And they even told us on the phone that just be prepared, it might be a long wait. So we went back to the hospital, and we were there for another like hour and a half. And they had to just take it off and give me a new one, but they had to like send it. This is rarely ever happens. They said, the nurse said, I've never taken one of these off before. Oh, that's interesting. And they had to take it off and then get it like reimbursed for insurance wise, and then get me a new one. And so it just took a little bit of timing. I had to wait till a bed and a nurse was open, because this was in the late afternoon, and it was getting pretty busy there. So it was fine. I just wanted to go home so bad and go to sleep. That's all I wanted. I was just so tired at this point. So we did go home, and I went like literally straight to bed and slept till 7, I think. Paul went and got the girls, and then when I woke up, kind of helped take care of Abigail a little bit, gave her a bottle. Paul fed Charlotte, and then got Charlotte to bed. Then we got Abigail to bed, and then I went to bed again, like 10 or something, and slept pretty good again last night. And today I feel pretty good. You know, I kind of felt like I did last week. Charlotte is at Dan and Lisa's again. Lisa came and got her around 9, and Abigail gave me a little bit of a runaround this morning with sleeping and napping and stuff, and now she's taking a really long nap. And Paula had to come up and help around noon, and I just went to bed and I slept for like 3 hours. I just needed sleep. And I am feeling a little bit nauseous. I did feel a little bit nauseous today, but nothing bad. So yeah, I'm all dressed up, thinking dangly earrings are working. I need to get some more. I'm gonna be attending a funeral later virtually for my niece Penny. If you don't know that story, my sister lost her baby at 33 weeks, and so Paul and I are gonna like FaceTime in. My sisters are down there, so we'll be doing that a little bit later, and see how I feel tomorrow. Last time Thursday and Friday were more the rougher days with like symptoms and things, and so I'm ready to try to do nothing and just do whatever my body needs. That's my plan tomorrow, and I will probably update tomorrow as well. Sorry if I zoom out of it a little, I'm just so sleepy. Yep, thank you. Hello, it's me. Today is Saturday, and it is the Saturday after my second chemo infusion. And I didn't record the last couple days anything. It was just a really rough couple days, so I wanted to record something a little bit right now. So I think I recorded on Wednesday. Wednesday was okay. I was tired, but I mean overall it was okay. I listened to my body really well. Thursday was pretty bad, and most of Friday was pretty bad, and it's helpful to know that that's a similar pattern to how it was the first time for me when I had my first round of chemo. Thursday and Friday were kind of the worst, and it seems to be the same thing now. So it's actually kind of peaceful knowing that there might be a little bit of pattern going forward, and that, you know, I can handle like 3 really bad days before starting to like get some clarity. But Thursday I had a lot of naps, and I just this time really tried to listen to what my body needed and didn't try to push myself at all. So if I was in the middle of taking care of Abigail and needed to sleep, I would do that by getting Paul's help. Or you know, when Charlotte came home from visiting her grandparents, you know, if she was a little much for me and I couldn't get her down for bed, you know, I would have Paul do it. And he, of course, is more than happy to do that, and to, you know, I don't even have to ask him, he just knows. But I just really tried to listen to my body and slept a lot. And I think that helped. I don't know, it was about the same. I just was in a different spot emotionally and mentally, that emotionally and mentally I had an easier time this time. I think because it wasn't new, and I kind of knew what to expect. And so I didn't really get grumpy. I didn't really get too emotional. A little emotional. I mean, sometimes I would tell Paul, "This is so hard. Why is this so hard?" But besides that, I think I handled it a lot better. Again, another hard part was just like not being able to like mentally like have like focus and clarity, and getting overwhelmed with things easily. Or I was even trying to read a devotion book, and I like just couldn't focus. I had to like reread the page like 3 different times, and that's like difficult. But in the grand scheme of things, again, it's a lot of things could still be worse. So yeah, Thursday's kind of a blur. Lots of sleep, lots of naps. And then Friday, most of the morning it was pretty rough, but then by the afternoon I just started to like feel so much better and started to just have more energy. And so by Friday last night I was feeling much better. And then today I feel pretty good. I am starting now, and this is the same pattern as last time. Once like the tiredness and all like the heavy side effects wear off, then I start with some stomach stuff. And so that started up last night and today. And so we have a plan, and I'm dealing with like I've met some medications and things to help. And then already I'm noticing again the same thing, like my um mouth is starting to get really dry, and my nose again. And so I already have everything I need for that. Last time I was unprepared, but now I have everything that I need, so that should be okay. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's hard, but it's doable. And I just keep, like last night at dinner, Paul and I were eating with Charlotte, and I just kept thinking, like, this will all be over soon. Like one day, like Abigail will be big and Charlotte will be big, and they won't even remember like this period of our lives. And I'm not like trying to rush towards it, but I am looking forward to that. I just ordered a bunch of earrings. I feel like earrings look really good with these hats, like dangly earrings. I ordered like 25 pair on Amazon. Really good deal. I'm getting used to wearing hats. I'm not sure how I feel about a lot of them, so I wear them around the house just to kind of see if I like them. Yep. So I just put Charlotte to bed, and I'm just so happy that I could do that, that I had the energy enough to, you know, give her a bath. We actually played in her room for like 20 minutes first, played a game, gave her a bath, brushed her teeth, brushed her hair, got her dressed for bed, got her night diaper on, you know, read her 4 books, sang with her, prayed with her, and then got her down. And it was just really emotional for me to just have the energy to be able to do that tonight. And I'm just so thankful. It was just so sweet. I miss my big girl. She's just growing like crazy and changing so much. And sometimes I feel like I miss it, you know, when I'm just not around her and not like fully there, or just like tired or something. And so it's just really nice to be able to spend time with her. She's such a sweet girl. She's getting so big. So I'm just really thankful for that tonight, that I could get her to bed. All right, so it is Monday now, and I just want to kind of summarize and end this video about my second chemo infusion. So I feel pretty good today, still doing the stomach stuff, but I'm on top of it. And I think like one of the biggest differences between the last 2 treatments is that this time I didn't get dehydrated. And like I could cancel my hydration appointment this morning. I didn't have to go. And so that really just helped with just a bunch, because when you get dehydrated, it like affects your stomach, gets worse, and you have headaches, and like my heart rate, I had like some like heart rate problems last time, and my doctor says that was because of dehydration. And also yeah, just like you can't eat because you're dehydrated, and it's just like a big like cycle you get in. And so I think staying top of my dehydration really helped this time. And so I gotta just make sure that I do that. And it wasn't that I like wasn't drinking water or anything. Like I was drinking water, attempting to as much as I could. It was like more than that. And I think the biggest thing is taking the medicines that I needed so that I didn't have awful stomach stuff. But yeah, overall I think I did better this time around than the first time around. And so I'm hoping that the next time around is even better. And I just kind of knew what to expect, and I knew to, you know, like give my body the rest that it needed when it needed it, and just take it really easy. We didn't do anything this weekend. We had some things we could have done, but we didn't, you know, we didn't go out and go to any parties or anything. Yeah, so that's it. Almost we're 1/3 the way done. So 2 out of 6 treatments done, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's still hard. It's just so long. Like this, it's like the end of March, and I just feel like I've been doing this for a really long time, and I have a long ways to go, but I'm reminded that it will be over, and we'll look back on this one day, and this is just what we have to do right now, and I have to be as strong as I can. I can't give up, and be emotionally strong and spiritually strong, and just kind of take it one day at a time. So that's what I'm trying to do. So thank you everyone for your prayers and for your encouragement and for watching these videos. I really appreciate it, and I hope you like watching them.